Hey there. I'm gonna be doing another episode of this Warlock playthrough. You probably knew
You
that
saw
clicking on
Gortash,
it.
didn't you? What the
But
fuck
there's a
was he
lot of
doing down
talking.
there? Is all of
This
this
one.
because of him? The tadpole, the absolute. How?
There's a lot of lore building going on in this episode, and a lot of reading, talking to characters. Not a lot of action. So if that's your jam, if that's your mood, sit back, grab yourself a nice drink, and maybe a snack or something like that. Maybe a meal.
I
You
was
like to
his
watch these
bodyguard.
videos while you're
I
eating,
looked
working,
after
whatever
him
it
with my
is.
life.
And
I trusted him more
yeah,
than
it's gonna be a pretty chill
anything.
episode.
He gave me away to Zariel just for
But this
kicks.
is
He ruined my life just when it was starting.
why I recognized Gortash's names, because Karlak was
Now
bringing him up.
Use up the entire Sword Coast. He has to die. And I'm gonna be the one who kills him.
He was the asshole that took advantage of Karlak when she was just trying to find a living, make a living for herself.
He can't get away with what
Handed
he's
her
done
over to
to me, to us.
Zariel.
He won't get away with it. Can we rest?
New perils await beyond the horizon.
New perils await beyond the horizon. Alright, Withers. It's a weird cast of characters right here. Why are we all just hanging out in Moonrise Towers?
Dead. Balthazar is dead.
Yeah, they are.
Isabel. Sweet Isabel is no more. But we
unfortunate.
live.
Dude, he literally killed his daughter. That's crazy, man. I'm trying to save her. Wasn't that like the whole point?
Of the gods. Even I, immortal, have no guarantee of days to come. We must remain vigilant and grateful.
She's
I will
immortal.
join your camp tonight.
I don't think
There
that
we
ever
will
clicked for
discuss
me
the
that she was
spirals of
actually
time,
immortal, and that's why
Past and future.
the soul cage
And we
was
will make
working.
merry in the present, wherein we reside.
So Merkel was using
You
the
certainly will.
power of Seluna to keep his chosen one alive. An interesting
I
adaptation.
swear, I can already feel a change in the air. Like the curse itself knows its time is short.
Good. Good, good, good. That is great to hear.
I can't say for certain, but we'll see it come to pass long before this place recedes behind us.
Good.
Don't worry. All is at hand. We
Glad
can
to hear
depart
that,
whenever
man.
you're ready.
Thank you for being here, Allison. I really know what you're doing here.
You
but-
did it. Catherick Thorm is no more.
Yep.
The Shadow's grip is broken. Soon, the land shall heal.
Shouldn't you be healing the land? Isn't that what you're... Am I just confused? I'm probably just confused. Yeah,
I would agree.
gonna keep asking for a reward. That's how
But
it is, man.
patience is needed. Nature moves at its own pace and bestows its bounty when it sees fit.
Okay.
Give it time. A reward shall come to you when you need it most.
When I need it most? Alright, man. Sure thing, dog.
A curse.
I like the
lifted.
idea, the
dead three.
the nature owing me
allied
something.
once more. The balance shifts.
Did you not know this with
There
us?
are
I
depths
feel like you knew
to
this.
this alliance
Aren't
yet
you-
unplumbed. Consider, mortal. Do Illithids possess souls?
Oh, that's a great question. Yeah, doesn't Withers know everything though? Isn't he like omnipotent
No.
to a certain degree?
Nor canst thou count mind flayers among
Please along with death or whatever.
Yet, the three amass an illithid army void of apostolic souls that could imbue them with power. A flock without souls, yet to what end, mortal? This is the question thou must come to answer. Until such time, be availed of my services.
Wait. What? So,
Yes, Bane, Lord of Darkness, Baal, Lord of Murder, Merkel,
is he saying that there
Lord of
might be
Bones.
something that happens
Once
in Event
judged,
Horizon that
ascended,
I'll lose
then
his services?
vanquished as one and as three. The alliance is reforged, mortal. The plains thus quake, and the gods shudder.
I see. So they were once one, and they
Where
got
matters of
destroyed and turned
balance
into
are
three.
concerned, I am
And now they're one
eternally
again.
cold.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I assumed. That's what I assumed. But can I not change my class with him anymore? I think I'd want one of my feats to change for
We
Harbrick.
leave the heart of the Absolute alive, thanks to you.
I'd like
You
him.
did well to defeat
Does he
Hetheric,
act? Wait, does
but
he have
Hetheric was only the first
proficiency
to fall.
with shields and I
There are
just
many
haven't
more
been doing
battles
that?
ahead, and they will not be so easily won. You will need allies.
Am I just stupid? Yes. Next question. You will need allies. I have
You have the
allies.
makings of a
I
leader.
have been kind of
Your
losing
actions have already
allies,
inspired
though,
those
slowly.
around you. Halsin's strength and loyalty will bolster you in times of need.
I lost Gale
But
and
if we are to
Shadowheart in this
succeed,
act.
We will need others.
Yeah, will there be
Even
anyone
if
left in the city?
buildings are demolished, there are always survivors. There are always those who will fight. Baldur's Gate may not know it yet, but its fate is bound to ours. Seek on its
Ballin'.
streets
Yeah, that
those
makes a
whose
lot of
purpose
sense.
aligns with our own, and invite them to our cause. Together, we will put an end to the Absolute, the Chosen, all.
Makes sense. Road to Baldur's Gate. Yeah, it seems like a good plan. But I think it's time for a long rest. Because I just had that big fight. I gotta go check out that hidden body over there. So yeah, this is what so I think Marcus was telling me about. He said there was something going on behind the inn. So, guessing that's what it is. I'm gonna go just check it out. Yeah, I'm thinking about making some cyberpunk content because now my computer can actually handle it. I played I played a little bit of Cyberpunk the other day. And that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed myself. Actually being able to play it. And they changed so much about the game. So I have a little bit of that footage recorded. I might, I guess, need to go back and record. Do a different recording and retry, because this bitrate sucks. But, this playthrough has kind of been there for the journey of my graphics, so it feels kind of fitting that you see every step of it. Oh, we all fail. We all fail that perception check. Perfect. Alright, Scratch, what you got? Alright, Scratch, let's talk about it. Wait, Scratch, you can't. I thought Scratch was going to be able to do something. You know, wasn't that what they were saying Scratch was gonna do? He was gonna help get items. I don't know, I saw something like that.
No time to rest. Never wanted the easy path.
What if I try to take him away and bring him back? Nope. Okay, well, missed opportunity. That is unfortunate. Yeah, but I think if I am going to be doing Cyberpunk, I'm not going to have it in this format. I might do a playthrough, but I don't think I'll try to maintain I don't think I'm going to try to maintain once a day videos about that. For sure not. No. For sure, I'm not going to be doing one a day videos of Cyberpunk. There's so much, like... I was thinking about this a lot. There's so much in between stuff going on in Cyberpunk that involves just, like, walking between activities, or driving between activities, sitting in menus, which this don't get me wrong, this episode is going to have a lot of that, you know? Like, episodes usually sometimes have a lot of that, but not nearly as much as in Cyberpunk. There's a ton of, like, non-lore reading that happens.
I
Hey,
thought
Lae'zel.
I'd seen the whole of you. Mighty as Tiamat's dragons. Monumental as the one in the
Oh,
void.
okay, I see what's going on.
But now, I see more in you still.
She keeps
Your
saying that.
iron
She
and
keeps saying that I keep
steel,
surprising
yes,
her.
But you are also silk and satin. Soon, I would know you again. Not to claw you, but to caress you. Not to be burned in your heat, but
Ooh.
to be bathed in your warmth.
I don't think Lae'zel realizes how badass she is out on the battlefield and how little Carbrick is doing out there. She don't know. Like, she is tearing up all of the enemies in her path and just like, man, Carbrick's doing so much. And Carbrick's over there just like shooting off a couple spells. Like,
And I will give you that and more.
oh man.
I
Some
will
fights he does do a
burn
lot
you,
though.
bite
Some
you,
fights.
brand you with
Those,
the wounds of my obsession.
AoE
I expect
spells
you
are
to
pretty
do
good.
the same. Leave your mark. Be the source of my bruises.
Got that Mind Flayer's head in the background. Okay, so that was bordering BDSM stuff going on right there. That's fine. I mean, do your thing. But there was no acting on it, and I don't know. She just wanted to say, yeah, let's do this. And I got to talk to Will about
Gods be damned. With
having that
parasite in his
conversation
brain,
with,
Father could wreak untold havoc in the Absolute's name. Should Baldur's Gate fall to the
yeah, with
Absolute,
his father
every
one
one of the coast
and from,
cities will be ripe for the plucking. We're not just fighting for our cure. We're fighting for my
what's her
father.
name?
We're fighting for the gate. We're fighting for
His
all
with his
of
patron.
Faerun.
I can't remember her name.
Orin, I'd never heard tell of, but Gortash I know.
Yeah, he knows
Or
about
know
Gortash, of
of,
course.
more precisely. A self-styled strategic advisor to Baldur's Gate's peers.
But yeah,
A
so
bit player
the
with
difference
dreams of a leading
between
role, the way Father told it.
Cyberpunk
He had no use
and
for
Baldur's
Gortash,
Gate is this
and
stuff
even less for his
is
advice.
is relatively
I
interesting.
don't remember much beyond
He just
that.
keeps telling me stuff
But
about
where
Gortash
these
that I already
chosen
kind of
are
knew,
concerned,
so I'm not really
I have a
interested in this right
suspicion
now.
we're about to know more
But
than we'd
it's
like.
nice for the possibility of him possibly talking about something that is interesting. Mizora, that's her name. But this kind of stuff happens as like little stuff, and you have to do a lot of piecing together, and those pieces can be found extremely like in different places and in not the same medium. You have to be kind of putting together a lot of the really interesting lore stuff that goes on in Cyberpunk. And then there's a lot of menu reading to figure out skills and abilities and figure out a build, and there's like picking up items and going through all of the
As would I.
items and trying them
Only
out,
more.
upgrading
I
them,
was
stuff like that.
17.
It's just
Father,
it'd be better in like a
Elder
condensed
Ravengard, had just
format,
been
I
named the
think.
Grand Duke,
I like
and was
showing
called away
everything
to
that's happening
Elturel
here.
to help
Like
settle a
this
dispute.
is so interesting.
That's when the cult of the dragon made its
So
move.
his father moved
The
out
cult of the dragon,
to go
a
handle
fractured
something
religion.
in
Some
politics.
believers hold
And
that
this
undead
cult of the
dragons
dragon
will inherit the world. Others worship the dragon goddess Tiamat.
Who worship
and
Tiamat.
intend to summon her to Faerun.
We're trying to summon her in his land. And while his father was away. And yeah, it seems as though
To conjure the Dragon Queen and lay
Yep.
waste to Baldur's Gate. A 10-day after Father left, I heard a whisper as I slept. Duskhawk Hill, the Queen of Chaos awakens. Go alone. I grabbed a rapier and set out. There wasn't a cloud in the
answered
sky, yet not a single star
he
was
answered the
shining.
call.
There they were, gathered at the foot of the hill.
Your head tingles. Will wants to show you what happened.
But yeah, I'll watch
In
it.
the looming
See what's going on
shadow
here.
of the mount,
Thank you, Will.
5 groups of 5 figures, each encircle a lofty totem. Atop each totem, a dragon's head is carved, and a massive orb held in its mouth. The cultists chant, first softly, then crying to the starless sky. There is a crack of thunder, a gust of wind, and a dragon's white head appears in the storm.
Oh my
The
gosh.
first of Tiamat's 5 heads. As the maelstrom howls, Mizora's lips press to your ear. She will destroy Baldur's Gate. Grant me your soul, and I will give you the power to save it, she
Jeez.
whispers.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
She read the terms while 2 devils stood witness. And I said yes. 1 soul for 1 city.
I mean, that's a good trade, sort of, but a soul, not just a life, you know, a soul.
I don't know that it was brave. I just know that it was right. The moment I agreed, I burned with the fires of Avernus and oozed the rot of Dis. The cultists choked on our poisons and burned from our flames. And when we were done, all that remained were 5 grayed orbs atop a pile of ash.
Jesus.
My soul was bound, and my lips were sealed.
You couldn't talk about why
It is the one scar I ever bore of it. Mizora replaced it with a sending stone. She uses it to track my location and speak from a distance.
Jesus.
I could flee to the
Put a
spine
GPS
of the
tracker
world,
on.
or the depths of the lower dark, and still never shake her. She didn't. She
Yeah.
came on order of her mistress, Zariel.
Well, that makes sense.
Tiamat made a play for power. Zariel had other plans. That was the most Mizora's ever said.
That's crazy.
All that mattered was that she got her prize. Another pet added to her warlock menagerie.
That's so crazy, man. So Zariel
I
needed
don't know that
Mizora
it
to
was
solve
brave.
this problem.
I just
so
know that it was
Mizora
right.
traded this guy's
He
soul,
returned to an
Will's soul,
unsuspecting city and a wayward son with a smirking devil at his side.
took
I
his
tried to tell
soul
him
to
the
solve
truth,
the
but my
problem
mouth
she
couldn't
needed
form the
solved.
words. I'd led him to the battlefield, but Mazora had swept it clean. I showed him my stone eye, but he only turned away.
And his father came back and
After-
didn't believe him.
He said only one word. Go.
All he saw was a devil.
So I did.
All he saw was Mizora hanging out with Will. And
I understand.
told him to left. Told him to leave. I don't know why Will's holding his head back like that. Maybe his horns are
Worm's Rock
bothering him.
Fortress. All travelers to Baldur's Gate flow through it. It serves as headquarters for the Flaming Fist and their commander, my father. The Absolute's army's on the march. Gods forbid a tadpoled Grand Duke throw open the gates for them. No, never. He did the only thing he could. In his eyes, I invited a devil into our midst. I was a fool at best, a traitor at worst, and Grand Duke Ravengard suffers neither.
This is a tough story, man. Really good. I love how good these stories are for these characters.
More than you know. The better question is, did he ever miss me? If he did, he missed the Will Ravengard he once knew, not the hell-touched warlock he returned to.
The savior of Baldur's Gate, you know. The unknown savior of Baldur's Gate. He answered the call. Yeah. He answered the call. He was the one, man. He was the one. And what does he get? Kicked out of his home? Are you kidding me? It's bonkers. And it's crazy that nothing happened in the middle of the night. I feel like there were like 3 things that were supposed to go down in the middle of the night. But nope. Not a singular thing. Scratch got something to say, though. What's going on, Scratch?
The dog wags his tail, a small
Oh.
bag clenched between
Oh.
his teeth.
So this is the thing. Oh, it sounds like coins. Found some coins, bud?
He gives in and surrenders his find to you.
How does it say bone? Definitely some pets are in order.
Scratch's tongue lolls out happily, his tail wagging even faster.
Very nice. It really was just a bone. I think he picked it up from one of the gravestones that was there that I just like didn't search. Or just like had a, I think I searched it, but it just didn't have anything in it except for
His
a bone,
coat of
so I
feathers
left it.
seems fuller. His
I
eyes
wonder
look
if I would have
bright and
taken
inquisitive.
everything out of all of the surrounding gravestones except for the mystery item that I couldn't perceive. I wonder if he'd have gotten whatever was in there for me. That'd be cool. I don't know. I can't tell if the owlbear is getting bigger. I kind of feel like he's not. So it'd be really nice if he got big, but that never happens. That kind of sucked. Yeah, this is all happening really quick though, right? It's only been like a week since the fight, right? Guess I'll play fetch, see what's going on. And I want to see if the owlbear will go for it. But then the owlbear doesn't actually react to Scratch's ball. The owlbear is just following Scratch around. So that's fine. Yeah. Okay, so look, No, I have no idea why I wasn't able to use Fireball yesterday. Or, not yesterday. Yes, yesterday. In the video I recorded yesterday, I wasn't able to use Fireball. Oh, man. No. I recorded the video like an hour ago. But the video came out yesterday. Right. Yes. I wasn't able to use Fireball in that big fight with Ketheric. And I don't know why. I don't know why I wasn't able to use it. I didn't use it earlier in the day. And even if I did, like, I had a quote-unquote long rest in between using it and that interaction. Right? Didn't I? Yeah, because I was using that restoration thing, like, religiously. You're gonna give him that. But yeah, this time I decided to include the organization of my inventory because I do want to have a little bit of time to just chat about stuff. And I kind of missed that in the past few episodes. They've been all about just gameplay, which I understand if, you know, this kind of thing isn't your jam, but it's my jam. I want it to be a more prevalent part of the playthrough. Not like the most prevalent part, but I want it to be there. I don't want it to just be, you know, just action all the time, just gameplay constantly. Because it's, you know, in my perspective, if I'm just going to be doing gameplay, I'm not going to be as good as any of these other creators out there. I mean, most of these other creators have either more time than me, or more consistency, or a more entertaining personality than me, you know. And I mean, I'm fine with all that. I don't want to change my personality to feel like, you know, feel like that's how I'm gonna get a turn this into a possible career for my future. But that is kind of the goal, is to move away from graphics that not really digging right now, and move into this as being a possible career path, because I've always liked video editing, making videos for the platform. I am a bit afraid of making the types of videos that I really want to be making. I'm kind of afraid of doing it. I don't know. I don't know why I am. There's a thing. I think fear of failure. That's gotta be what it is, right? It's gotta be it. But yeah, I want to test my hand at making weekly Cyberpunk videos that are shorter than these. So maybe like 10-20 minute videos, and having those be mostly gameplay oriented, with maybe a little section devoted to updates about me. But no, I mean, maybe a little section. I think joining the two audiences that would be watching those videos would be kind of important. But no, I do want to try my hand at making just like fun entertainment videos that are like, I don't know. A big part of my personality when I'm hanging out with my friends is comedy, and that really doesn't come out in these videos, I don't think. Like, I know I make like little jokes every once in a while, little puns or whatever, but it really doesn't come out in the quite the way that it does when I'm interacting with friends or, well, coworkers or people in general, like IRL. And I want to try to really make it come out in those types of videos, because that'd be a lot of fun. That would be, I can imagine that being a nice break for from these types of videos. I don't know. I don't know what the future holds. I was also kind of thinking about making reviews. I know I said in like a previous one of these that I didn't want to become a review channel. I was referring to, I don't know if I made this clear or not, but I was referring to like the channels that just review games and just are constantly reviewing games and getting sponsored by production companies and producing games. I don't want to turn into that, but I do like the idea of reviewing games. What was that? Oh, I wasn't able to.
Is that blood?
We're all dead. So I switched over to Harwick. I'm going to go through all of these written documents and just see what's going on. Yeah, Gortash. The tone of your recent letter is inappropriate. You may follow the Lord of Tyranny, but I do not answer to him or to you. Isn't your fault that any of the chosen... It isn't the fault of any of the chosen that the artifact has gone astray. Sure. Ketherick was telling Gortash off, because Gortash seems to be blaming Ketherick for the artifact. A reminder, acolytes are permitted entry to my chamber for the sole purpose of collecting moon lanterns. My library is not to be tampered with. This seems to be Balthazar telling just other individuals inside of Moonrise Towers to stay out of his room, because it's not for them to be taking. His library is for him only. I don't know why they can't be reading the tomes, but whatever. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. His room is booby trapped, so. I should just try to put that shield on Carbrick. Does he have proficiency with shields? Oh, that's the first thing I'm gonna do when I start playing again. I hate that I find so much stuff that I'm missing. That's that really sad message from Ketherick's wife to him. I think this is the same. Yeah, given the... Oh, no. General, given what we know from my research about the Gith artifact, I can't emphasize enough how critical it is to be recovered. The power the artifact contains can boost our efforts to unforeseen levels, but if it falls in the hands of the enemies of wit and persistence, it could bring all of our plans and schemes down. That's us, theoretically. The body of our hand-picked captain for the artifact raid wasn't found in the wreckage of the Nautiloid, and I'm not at all easy on my mind about that fact. Find the artifact, employ rigorous means, do not fail Lord Gortash. The body of our hand-picked captain for the artifact raid wasn't found in the wreckage. Ooh, so was that Shadowheart? I think that was Shadowheart. Forgive me, Father, for I cannot help but admire the chosen of your sworn foe. Enver Gortash's genius will take us far. But fear not, those of Bane always fall to the same folly. They cannot see the beauty of obliteration. The absolute hoax will garner false love from new slaves. But once I've built a large enough army, I will use our hold upon the absolute slave to begin the vile world's end. I can see the path through Gortash's brilliant plan. Gortash, Ketheric, and I will seize the Netherese relics that control the crown, and then use the crown to command the Illithid grand design. The dead three, the age-old foes, our dire patrons, will be bosom friends for a time. I keep using the word bosom, and it's such a weird use of it. The diary records of the life of John Medellin. He suffered from lycanthropy, becoming a werebear at the advent of the full moon. Cured of his condition by a priest of Saluna, John Medellin exchanged his claws for a great sword and a cause. He would keep this priestess, her name was Erlona, safe from all troubles on the highways and byways. Further, he would bear witness to her many miracles, for Erlona was a saint of the goddess, and gifted even more than he could have imagined. They never fell in love, though their friendship was quite something. I don't know really what that was, but that was nice. I don't know why I got that iPad's going. My darling daughter, when you were a little girl, I would often watch you play with your dolls and your cousins and picture myself a enormous opaque silvery shield surrounding you, protecting you. I knew somehow deep within myself that no harm could ever befall you. Before I would not let you go. Though the healers say I may pass into the city of judgment soon, know this, darling daughter, I am always around you. I am always with you, and the Moon Main will never allow you to bear a burden you cannot carry. I love you forever, a love that has no death. Oh, that's so sad. A letter to Isabel from her mom. Oh, if only she knew. Oh, man. My calling of mobs proposes the fair rules of engagement in times of war and forgiveness upon victory. Are we to spare our enemies? Jeez. My chair just gave me the biggest freaking scare. It moved a little bit and it felt like something tapping me on my shoulder. Alright, are we to spare our enemy then once we have fallen to our might? Or are we to put all hatred behind us when surrender is offered? Indeed not. What shall we do once our opponent gather new armies and masses them once again along our borders? We shall wage another war and count the lives snuffed out by our own magnanimity. Once an enemy kingdom is conquered, it must be razed to the ground. Only then can we be free of its specter. Interesting. That is an interesting perspective to have on wartime, but sure, yeah, fair enough. Balthazar, I thank you for returning what was mine. I have no doubt all will be well once the war is won. After that, I believe our business will be concluded. A different life, a better life awaits. General Ketheric Thorn. He was firing Balthazar. At some point in time, General Ketheric Thorn was going to fire Balthazar, the necromancer. Interesting. This is a log of the work of one of Balthazar's necromancer, Cressa Bone Daughter, dated 210 days ago. After the state of the fallen one was in, I never expected Cressa would be able to save it. I was hoping the usurped thing would die. That's what it would have wanted. It's not as if Cressa studying it is going to prove much. It was damaged in the attack far beyond what the mere tadpole could do, but she seemed fond of the foul creature. Let her play with it. Another entry seems to be written in this log dated a 10-day later. I should not have. In hindsight, let Cressa keep her pet. I should not have, in hindsight, let Cressa keep her pet. Ever since it was shipped onto one of the Nautiloids to be deployed, she has been inconsolable. It won't survive out there. It needs me. It isn't like the others. The feral thing will make a fine warrior for the Absolute, and now my best assistant is distracted thinking about it. Pah, she will come to heal again soon enough. I wonder what the creature was. What are they talking about? Right? What was the creature? I don't know. Papa, I love you. Love from, I think that's Isabel. Sad. IZ. I might just think it's Isabel because that's the first two syllables. Now come we in reverence before the Absolute and our true souls, rejoicing in the three glories of belonging, and reveling in the requital for deeds duly done in the Absolute's name. Glory the first is our purpose, filling us with determination to bring all mortals the joy of reverence of the Absolute. Glory the second is our obedience, the bliss of knowing that we exalted ourselves when we surrendered our wills to the Absolute's commands. Glory the third is our dominion, for obedience to the Absolute places us above mortals, above other mortals, and it is righteous to command them. And when through our obedience we achieve dominion, the Absolute grants us permission. I missed that. That is crazy teachings of people who weren't controlled by tadpoles, but yes, following the Absolute. These slick innards, these fluid chambers. How long have we been here making thralls? I don't want to any longer. Merkel is drowned out in my head by my own spiral fears. The Bone Lord doesn't want a coward. None of this looks real. I'm in a kraken belly. I'm turned inside upside. I'm dead. Merkel's gray waste always sounded peaceful, but not like this. I mean, they're not liking it. They're not enjoying their time here. I remember our life as country surgeons back in Nashkel. We only ever wanted to be the best, to learn how to staunch any mortal wound. How did we get here? Cressa hasn't been herself since her pet True Soul was shipped out on that nautiloid. I haven't been able to so much as touch her. I find myself growing green at the thought. My own wife revolts me with those experiments. Not really my wife any longer. I thought getting that favorite creature dispatched would bring her back to herself, but she pines for that damn feral corpse with aching need. If she finds out I ratted out to Balthazar that she was keeping it and it got sent away, she might kill me. I really want to know what the creature is. I'm pretty curious. I've seen 1,000 years. Some have the reflexes to twitch when they know the worm is about to burrow. The worms take longer to get through if the entry hole isn't cleaned. I've taken to torching them with an ear candle. It makes for dull work. I'm tired of ears. I'm tired of my only order being create thralls. Apparently, all we need to know about the brain is being handled by the Chosen. I'm forbidden from studying these dull thralls. I need a new one that Balthazar doesn't know of, a creature of exceptional will, like my old dear pet, can keep fragments of his own mind while affected by the parasite. We need to know why. She's going to put one in me any day. Cressa, who was initiated the same time as I was, all those years ago, she's going to put a parasite in my ear when I sleep. I can't bear to be without a pet to experiment on. She can't bear to be without a pet to experiment on. Needs to have a thrall locked away so she can go further than Balthazar will let her. Cressa, I remember when we were just stomping on ant piles and raising them back up. Our very first deaths. I hope you remember. Somewhere. That's a really sincere, sentimental thing to be saying that's also creepy. Experiments on the first one. Day 4. Again, I've noted a fluid leakage from the oral cavity and have ascertained the cause. Due to the unusual method of parasitic insertion, the secretions of the creature within are leaking out, rather than being absorbed by the brain. As we have noted in other thralls, I cannot say why the parasite is evacuating this oil, but it has the scent of garlic. Which we know now indicates that it is fed on the host brain matter itself. I've collected a sample of the ear fluid, day 5, vivisection day today. Show no signs of pain as I was unraveling the long intestine, but she instead grabbed the organ as if it were a rope, reached to wrap it around my neck as if to strangle me, but all the strength in its poor arms are quite gone. So I had to thread the guts back into the body, and we'll try again another day. That's freaking creepy. Somebody tried to strangle the surgeon with their own intestines. What the heck? And we already read the Orpheus one. This Orpheus is the one that we were reading in Balthazar's lab. A scorched book, its page singed and tattered, through its contents have been rendered illegible, some unknown phenomenon. It's still possible to make out the dedication. To those who doubted me, may the storm claim your final breaths and the earth reject your rest. Oof, that is someone with vengeance. Instructions from B. I think I've read this already. Close attention, investigate strange singing, ascertain any connection to the relic, do not deviate, do not fail, return promptly. Yeah, I think that was found in the Temple of Shar. And then this is a recipe for the potion of healing. And the next one is a recipe for a drow poison. Yeah. So, let's stuff those away. More books for Lae'zel to be holding on to. Because Lae'zel, you know, she likes books. I know this about Lae'zel. Just because we have a connection. She likes books. What can I say? Harbrick's holding on to a lot of gems. Yeah, don't get rid of Scratch's ball. Or we should hold on to that. Lae'zel busy grinding away in the background. Her sword. Which, you know, keep it sharp. Because, you know, it's been going pretty well so far. I'm sorry if you can hear that. That's me squirming in my seat and banging my knee into my desk leg. Because I think I'm highly, I think I've had a lot of sugar recently, and I'm highly caffeinated, and just ultimately, restless. Yeah, and, time to go back out. Time to go check out what's going on. I'm gonna check out this one last time to see if I can get anything to happen. I really should have summoned Scratch for this. But, I didn't... Oh, I guess I don't get to. Did I not rest when I went back? No, I did. I for sure did. I don't know what is going on. But, thank you very much for hanging out with me for this episode. It was rather chill. There was a lot of reading stuff. And just talking about the channel in this one. So, yeah, I really do appreciate it. And, I hope to catch you in the next one. See you.